Hello, I hope you are well. Welcome to another video, another 2024 weekly predictions video. Okay, lots to tell you. Before that, I want to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers, my new ones coming in, and those of you returning. Thank you so much. Keep pushing these messages out. Please like and share if you haven't already. Okay, please subscribe. Thank you so much. And a big shout out to Anita and Annie, who have given me some donations for the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. Okay, quick message about yesterday's video. Here comes the tap again. I've already tried to do this video once and that tap has come at the same time because I wanted to tell you that there's a little bit of a problem. I spent hours putting cutaway screens in it. I was going to do timestamps. I did everything with it, okay, and I had so many technical problems with it. I couldn't do it in the end. I even deleted it off my phone by accident. I normally upload it twice so it can stay one can stay ad-free for members, but I had to wait until yesterday to put it out so I could make sure as many members saw it as possible. But unfortunately I couldn't let it stay on there because it's the only copy of it that I had to do it. I couldn't even airdrop it from my computer. I downloaded it again to my computer. I couldn't airdrop it to my phone. Technical issues, everything went wrong. I don't believe they wanted anything in that message. I went to war with them, I'll tell you over it. And I put it out later because they were messing me around. I get a lot of ET people pushing, they're very pushy, okay, wanting messages out. And my two main guides were like, no, stand your ground. So I made them wait for it. So unfortunately, that's why, you know, you're seeing it. I'm recording this on Monday, and that's why you're seeing it Monday tonight. So yeah, sorry about that, but I stand my ground. So today we will have the timestamps and we will have the cutaway screens because I'm going to sort it out. Okay, so a little bit different today because we are going to talk about a download I had last night, a dream download. The reason I'm going to talk to you about this dream download is because I really believe it's a massive message. It's something I've tried to write about before, okay, and honestly, it freaked me out, something rotten. I have been going to bed early and sleeping. That's not me. I don't go to bed really late. I'm watching ghost stuff with my son most nights at the minute. Stuff about Bigfoot, absolutely love it. And oh, Help My House is haunted, that one as well. So I've been watching all that. We go to bed late. You know, I have to go to bed and deal with all the people standing in my room. But I planned to go out this morning, do work in a coffee shop, everything. No, I didn't get up until after 9:30 because I was still dreaming. And this dream, well, it was like a story dream. I used to get them a lot with writing, but this is really strange, and it involves the plane and it involves zombies. And it was so strong and so vivid and so shocking. I actually ran straight in here, picked up my pad and pen and sat there writing it all down. So I've just scribbled a whole load, and I've got it here just to remind me if I forget. So I'm going to put it out. So, okay. And I can see where certain parts of my life, you always get a message for you, I find. It has many layers to it. But if I'm telling you about it and they want me to do a video about it, it's for the world. So it was about a plane, there were zombies, and it was in China. Okay, so I hate flying. Well, no, that's wrong. That's incorrect. I love takeoff and I love landing. I just don't like the bit in the middle with the turbulence. Don't like that. So I like it when it goes fast down the runway. Absolutely love that. But you know, I like the most dangerous bits of flying, put it this way. Anyway, so it was this massive plane, okay, and it wasn't the giant plane I go on about, it wasn't that, but it was like a big jumbo jet. It wasn't an Airbus, it was a big jumbo jet, and well, it did look slightly bigger, I don't know, it was a plane. So, and this plane was huge inside, like the TARDIS, really. There were lots of different places. But before I get to the plane, I have to explain about, I don't know where I was, but I met up with a friend from my past and a group of people. And I can't remember who was in the group of people. But I remember it was the guy who played Le Chiffre in Casino Royale, the James Bond movie, not the 1960s one, the one with Daniel Craig in. And he was a big feature. He has a sort of greeny blue suit on. And he was a feature right throughout. And I couldn't work out. I felt like he'd come to help me, but he was always at a distance. There you go, there's the tap. Right, now that could have been my guy. I quite like this guy. So my guy tends to come in and people I like to get a message across. I don't know why, but it plays a role in the dream. I like this guy, I think. Mads, I can't say, Mikkelsen, I can't say his name properly. I was studying Danish a while ago, but I can't remember. Anyway, so I probably said that wrong, so apologies. Anyway, I like him, yeah, and so he was around and I thought that was great, but I couldn't work out why he was there. Then I get on this plane in China. It's sitting on the runway, it's not going anywhere. They're still loading it up, doing various things. You know, it's dreams, it's odd. I think there was some water and like a wall somewhere before I got on. There were some odd things going on. I can't remember that bit, but I remember the plane. And we all got on the plane. We're sitting towards the front and it was very spacious, lots of room. And there were chairs sort of here and a few here. But it wasn't in the style of a plane, as in little compartments or first class or anything like that. They were just chairs, but comfortable ones, and it was very posh. And I sat in the front row, so it was nearest the wall bit. Now I thought I was at the front, but there was another corridor off going towards. Actually, well, now I'm thinking of it, it reminds me of what they show you about the inside of Air Force One, but it was more spacious. That's all I can see. And I'm sitting in this chair. I must have still been listening to ASMR when I was sleeping, or at some point I was, or they were referring to it, because they started talking about having your eyebrows done and facials and things like that. And somebody came along, and this is important, I have to tell you the whole thing. You can skip to wherever you want, remember the timestamps are there, but this is the important bit. If you don't listen to this, you're not going to get the rest. So it's microblading, and I'd never had that before, so I thought, all right, fine, let's go for microblading. So they were doing things to my eyebrows. One lady was, Le Chiffre is sitting behind me, and my friend and others were, I don't know who the others were. I don't know if they were members of my family, or I don't know, my ex-husband might have been there. I'm not sure. I don't know who the heck it was, but I seem to know them. And so they did my eyebrow, and I need my eyebrows done. And then they said, oh, the next bit, you're going to have to lean forward and rest your head on something here. So I did that, and I bent right forward, and I don't know why. There were somebody else appeared, and there were two of them, and they made me feel pretty squashed in. And I thought, do I say something? Do I say something? Oh my God, I can't take it. And then it stopped. Then that's when the fun started. So we're sitting there, we're waiting for it all to be loaded and to take off. And there was I heard a load of ruckus, and I knew there were people outside, and I got up. well, when I say outside, I mean outside of our little bit. And there was a weird door, and it looked like the outside door of a plane, but it was sort of like that. And it was all it was all state-of-the-art stuff. It was very state-of-the-art, and it almost looked very futuristic, very futuristic. I've had that before with trains in my dreams. It's very odd. And I knew there was a ruckus outside, and I could see these people, and they were zombies. I thought, oh my God, I've got to stop them getting in. Now, this is a recurrent theme for me about doors, and I've mentioned them in my messages before. Lots of doors, but I normally have a thing about intruders. Now, I get spirit intruders in my dreams. I get all sorts of things. But I often dream about somebody getting in through the door. They're usually spirits. I've even had that on a cruise when I've been on my own. I've been lying there and I can see a spirit trying to get in through the door and like trying to find the key to get in. It's horrible. It's really horrible. And from my 20s up, I've ran, a man's chased me, got in the door. I've tried to lock it, and I lock it, I do everything, but it still opens and lets them in. And it's that kind of thing. So I got up, I raced towards it, and I started trying to shut this door. And I couldn't find a lock for it. So I'm standing there and I'm shouting to everyone, you need to help me, you need to help me. Keep the door closed. And they're all just sitting there, ignoring me. Really ignoring me. Very, very odd. And also what's odd, I don't know if you can see, it's pretty smoky in here. And if I haven't said it already, it's driving me nuts. I said it on the last video I tried to do here. So if I've said it before, please forgive me. But it's smoky. I did clean them before and I thought it was that, but it's never done that before. I've cleaned the phone, but it's never done that before. So, and it's relevant to the message, I think. Oh, there's a lot of spirit here. One of the two. Let me know what you see and what you think. Remember, we're scrying in the TV to see what's going on in the room. That's why we always have this background. Anyway, so I'm trying to hold the door shut. This is really vivid. It's very, very real to me as if I'm there, okay? Like really then, it's not just a dream. So I'm trying to push, and then I'm thinking, where's the lock? Where's the lock? And then I noticed there was this odd lock, and it involved one of my symbols that I put in the previous video, the one with the little circles and the lines. And I thought, oh, okay. So I grabbed it and I pulled it down and it locked the door. And I thought, oh, it's all right. So I went, as you do, to sit down again. And, I was really sort of, nobody helped me. Nobody cares, blah, 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 blah. So we're sitting there. And the next thing, I don't think they came from around the corner. A group of men came in. They looked like businessmen. They sat down. And then a doctor in scrubs came round the corner and he went, right, I need you to come for a checkup. And I need you, And they kept coming. I thought, I'm not doing that. What's that all about? They weren't Chinese, though. I want to say that. They were not Chinese. And I thought, but I didn't like the doctors being there. I didn't trust them. Didn't like it at all, okay? I'm not a great truster. I know we have to, but with my FND, my health condition, then I'm just not interested because I can't understand it. So I haven't got much time. I know we have to go to them and you need to go to them if you need to. I'm not saying don't go to your doctor or anything like that because you need to. Yeah, because it's just I've been left by the wayside by them. So what I'm trying to say is that maybe my trust issue, but I found out it's more than that. So but please, don't take advice or follow my example. Mine's a very different case. You don't understand what I have, okay? And so you need to be going to your doctor and taking your medicine if you need to. Yeah, use your discernment. And so I didn't like that. Anyway, the next thing, somebody's opening the door. The door's opening again. I thought, oh my God, I've locked it and everything. Door opens. And outside, I can still see these zombies coming down this corridor. And it looked like a building, but it wasn't. It was in this plane. And they're coming, and these, I think there are about 3 of them. Or 3. Yeah, there are 3, they're telling me. 3 kids. Somebody brought me, I couldn't tell you who the person was, but they brought these 3 children in, and they were so vivid. They were Chinese, and they were little kids. We're talking about 7. I'm getting the number 7 in my head. 7, and they were wet. And I get them in, get them in, get them in. Shut the door again. Got them on seats, wrapped them up, and they were shivering and everything. And I wrapped them up, and I was trying to keep them safe. It was really important. Then I remember going, I think I went back to my seat at one point because I'm showing them my eyebrows and they look really weird. And I had glasses on, and it wasn't me. I had short hair, everything. It didn't look like me. So I found that really weird. The next bit, for some reason, I'm out in the corridor and I'm seeing all these zombies and I'm amongst them. And then the next minute I have a squeezy bottle and I'm squirting things at them, and it was killing them off. It's hilarious. Killing them off, everything. But at one point I got so overwhelmed by them, I really thought I was going to die. And I could really feel it. And I thought, when they get me, when they hurt me, what's it going to feel like? What's it going to feel like? Okay, what's going to happen to me? And I was squeezing, but for some reason, I managed to get away. And the next thing I know, I'm off the plane and I'm walking around it. And everybody was all right off the plane. So I didn't understand. Oh no, I've missed a bit. I had to really fight. And I was going down a corridor and I had to fight them all. I managed to get away. Then there was a guy who was a soldier and he looked all right, but I squeezed him with a bottle. And I thought, oh my God, just get out. What if I've just hurt him? And he was all right. He was a soldier. And I think I was going through some doors again, but like slidey doors, the glass. But for some reason, all the businessmen, they'd gone rabid, everything. They were zombies, full-on zombies. And the next minute, I'm off the plane. I'm walking around it. And it looks like it was never going to go anywhere. It's really odd. And I walk around and I see this. There are other people on the bottom and I don't know what they were doing with the blue light there. I don't know what they were going to do. But this woman, she was in parachute gear with the hat on, and the orange jumpsuit thing, and she still had the strings of a parachute, but I couldn't see any parachute because underneath sort of the nose bit there was this little hatch, but she was like, it was sort of sunk in a bit, and she was sort of poised like that with her legs curled and her arms, and she was poised like that, and I don't know what she was trying to do. And I thought, and then I heard baby crying. And I thought, oh my God, I have to get back on the plane. Something about my baby. Oh, I haven't got a baby. So, something about my baby, and past that, love. A baby. And then I thought about the kids. I have to get back on for the kids. So I've got my I've seen this woman. I thought I can get in through there where she is. But as I'm going to it, the hatch starts moving and she starts turning inwards into the plane, and it closes and stops me getting into the plane. Oh, it was really freaky. And that's when I woke up. So it was really, really odd. I went, when I got up, because I went to the bathroom first before I ran in here for the pad, and all I got was the song by Will Young I've been listening to a lot recently, Friday's Child. And then as I was sitting in bed writing it all down, I got this song, and I just got the chorus bit to it. And then I was telling my son all about it. And I said, it's this song. I said, it was really big when I was younger. I said, but I've got the epic version on here. I love listening to epic music, on YouTube and that. And he said, listen to the lyrics. It was really important. And I got emotional. I got really emotional. So I'm going to read the lyrics to you, if I can get this to work properly. And then we'll go into the messages that I got. Oh, that's cold. Oh, stupid computer. 1 second. Okay. So it's Mike and the Mechanics, and it's silent running. Okay. Right, listen to this. Take the children and yourself and hide out in the cellar. By now the fighting will be close at hand. Don't believe the church and state and everything they tell you. Believe in me, I'm with the high command. And then we've got, can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? Okay, and it's repeated. There's a gun and ammunition just inside the doorway. Use it only in an emergency. Better you should pray to God, the Father and the Spirit will guide you and protect you from up here. And then you can hear me running. Swear allegiance to the flag, whatever flag they offer. Never hint at what you really feel. Teach the children quietly, for someday sons and daughters will rise up and fight while we stood still. I didn't, in the epic version, it didn't get that bit, but I've just remembered it. Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you, calling you, calling you? So I just had to, Mike and the Mechanics, I love that. Absolutely love that song when it was out. So you might want to check it out. So I'd love to know what you think of that. But I heard later in the day, I heard the war is coming. Prepare for it. So there's definite spiritual war going on, and we are 99.5% on the brink of war. I'm sorry, but that's what I'm told. It's up to us to stop that, isn't it? Right. Okay. So we'll go on to the next section. Pre-channeled messages. Okay. So we've just got, well, it comes out rather oddly, but let me know what you think, what you get. Time is of the essence. War comes, prepare. They made me put that in. Lolita rises. Temperance is overrated. Only fools rush in. Be aware of your surroundings. Batteries are for life. When the cats come out to play, chaos is the order of the day. The ground will burn in a blaze of fire. I have seen countless references to fire. Even songs, even that Arthur Brown one, Fire, I've been hearing in my head. And all the songs, fire. There's a song, epic song I listened to, Burn. I can't remember who it's by. Everything's fire. But we'll go into that. Then after I'd done some of the messages, they made me come back and add zombie death, fire. Okay. So now we're going to go on to initial images. Okay, so the first thing I saw was a soldier with rifle, everything. The sky was dark, it was night, it was red, it was on fire, it was a war zone. And then I heard, time will come for this to end. Fire, watching. Oh yeah, sorry, that's my note to me. I had a candle going at the time, and I was suddenly watching the flame, and I was transfixed by it. Hence the title, The Flame is Lit. And I believe that's what they're trying to say, the flame is lit. Then I saw my spirit doctor, who is brilliant. And I actually got alarmed because he was being chased, and he was running across the room and being chased. And I was like, and they said, it's for the message, he's fine. I couldn't see what was chasing him. But something I saw the other day, and I'm not sure if I put it in the video, but I'm saying somebody, if a shadow had come to life. Okay, not, I don't want to say shadow people because I don't think that's what it was, but it had eyes because they knew what it was and they allowed it and then they took it out. So I don't know if it's an elemental or what it is. It's part of the message. It could be shadow, self shadow. I don't know, but it didn't have red eyes. It had sort of goldy eyes. And then they made me look for the song Fire by Arthur Brown. So you might want to check the lyrics out. I mean, the first thing he said, my brother, when he was alive, he used to make jokes about certain things, and he would use this song and he'd go, fire, do, 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 and he would laugh at the 60s sort of music for it. But I came across Fire by Jimi Hendrix. And like I say, Jimi Hendrix did this. Or the back of him, it could have been one of the spirit guides dressed up like, well, I don't know, but I could see him fire. So you might want to check that one out. That can be messages for the self as well as the world, because it did resonate with me, as did Fire by Arthur Brown. But it's when he said, I am the hell god of fire, the fire hell god, the hell god of fire, something like that. So it's definitely big, but burning purity, that's what fire means, you know, scorching what once was before to purify and start again. Then I saw, I was told the eye of Horus, the eye is now open for communication. Then I got X marks the spot, they're always showing me an X. They come now, watch out lest you be caught. So that's initial. Again, let me know what you think of that. Now we're going to go into the message. So the song I got was The Land of Confusion by Genesis. But again, I was listening to the epic version. And that talks about burning as well. I would check out the lyrics to that. That's pretty important. I'm trying to think. Actually, they want me to read them out, so I'm just going to find them. Oh, here we go again. They keep coming in my head, they have for days. I have felt pretty confused about my path, so some of you may do that, or you may be worried about your path and whether you can take up the role of Lightworker, Starseed, Chosen One. We're all chosen, but I'm talking to people with a specific mission here for this. Whatever you're doing, you're chosen. Remember that. But if you're watching this, you're one of these chosen ones. Let's have a look. I was around for the first time it was out. It was brilliant. Oh yeah, the spit and image puppets, I remember. Full lyrics. I must have dreamed 1,000 dreams, been haunted by 1,000,000 screams. Again, it's relevant, isn't it, to my dream? But I can hear the marching feet. They're moving into the street. Now, did you read the news today? They say the danger's gone away, but I can see the fire's still alight. They're burning into the night. There's too many men, too many people, making too many problems and not much love to go round. Can't you see this is the land of confusion? I know that light is going really odd. The light looks a tinge of greeny yellow here. Remember, we can see the other dimension behind me. Some of you can as well. I think it's wonderful. But that's very like the suit. It's, no, it was darker green, but it's that kind of weird colour. There's something really odd here. Okay, this is the world we live in, and these are the hands we're given. Use them and let's start trying to make it a place worth living in. Oh, Superman, where are you now when everything's gone wrong somehow? The men of steel, the men of power are losing control by the hour. Okay, this is the time, this is the place. So we look for the future, but there's not much love to go round. Tell me why this is a land of confusion. And, okay. I remember long ago, or when the sun was shining, yes, and the stars were bright all through the night, and the sound of your laughter as I held you tight so long ago. I won't be coming home tonight. My generation will put it right. We're not just making promises that we know we'll never keep. Too many men, there's too many people making too many problems, blah, blah, blah. That's the chorus. Yeah, and then it just repeats the chorus. So a very interesting message. It ties in with my dream. Zombies. I have to say, I really, really would like to think that it's not about another pandemic or a skirmish near one. But there's something weird, and there's something about China as it represented in that dream. So I don't know, but the people in it who were the doctors were not Chinese. So I don't know. It's very odd. Okay, so then I saw a big, when I say waterfall, it looked more like the top of Niagara Falls, which I've been to on the Canadian side. But it was dark, and I'm not sure it was there, but it was that kind of force and power. So it may have been, but I was seeing it from the top. Okay, now they always say, if you see Niagara Falls and you see rainbow, you will go back. And I did. So I'm really hoping to go back. That was the most powerful force of nature I have ever witnessed. And I've travelled quite a lot. And it was amazing. Absolutely wonderful. My breath, I couldn't catch my breath when I was on the Maid of the Mist. Oh my God. So it's to do with power, water, energy, flow of some kind. Okay. And then I heard, we wait for the call, prepare now, the storm is here, stand tall and be brave. It's called to step up. I'm being reminded of that poem by Shelley, A Call to Arms. Not that I want anybody picking up arms, for God's sake, none of that. We've got enough going on here. That's not what I'm saying. Read the poem though. It's about standing up, making your voice go, talking about things and not shying away from doing it, voicing the truth. Yeah. The divine, then they gave a message. Oh, hang on. I've missed it. Okay. There we are. You are called to duty. Then I saw an ambulance on a war field. Then I saw the war field, and it was desolate and looked like the land was parched, had a really dystopian look. And then I heard medical upheaval. We'll see what else they want to say at the end, okay? Then they keep mentioning France. And the reason they keep mentioning France, and I get it, even in my light language messages, they've been doing that. I heard revolution returns. So there's some sort of revolution going to happen. There's something massive. And this is a metaphor for a revolution in the world, yeah. Then I heard shape-shifting, and I saw Michael Jackson's Thriller, which, again, the zombies. Okay, then I was told to talk about the plane. Now, I'd been thinking earlier that in the day, and I asked out, is it an ark? I don't know why I kept thinking about Noah and the ark. And I heard the plane, the message about the plane that I get all the time. If you want to know more about that, please check out previous videos. And then I got, yes, it carries souls through the dimensional gates in 2035. World devastation, the land is parched, the crust devoured, darkness ensues, those left or taken. And then, terrifyingly enough, they said Armageddon. So we've got to get off these timelines. We've got to find a way. There are certain things that are going to happen because they're fated to. That's the world. That's how change is brought in. I don't like it. You don't like it. And please don't shoot the messenger. But we have got to wake up to this. Okay. Then I heard, right. Now, in the other one, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had a vision where I was lying on my bed and I saw my bed. This big wave come in, and I've had a lot of emotional turmoil in the last few days. This big wave came in, and my bed was lifted up in the vision, spun around, everything, and then I saw it today come in, and I got this message. Now, this is for me, but it's also, I've been asked to share it with you because it will resonate with some of you as well. And I heard, the wave washes you to shore. The messages will be delivered by you from the realms of high standing. Heed your call and be not afraid. You are the operator, the divine's chosen one to lead and stir emotion and to inspire change. Bear the standard and walk into battle. We walk with you. And then I always see a committee. They usually have men, unfortunately, which there are women, but they keep them back. They always say it's too dangerous. I think it's something to do with operating on masculine energy for me. I don't know, because they shoved me out here. They shoved female light workers out here as well. So I think it's something to do with that. And I always see these men sitting around a table. It's always sort of a 1940s, 1930s type. The committee makes changes to your mission now. Your committee, apparently a committee I appointed before I left. Please heed the call. The Galactic Federation must be heard. Okay. Now the next bit is going to shock you a little bit. It shocked me. Okay, but I've talked about President Eisenhower being around me and being a guy, and he's here right now. I love the way they show me when they're pictures from the internet as well. He's done me. And yeah, he's given me a speech to read out to you. So, dead presidents can still talk. So, that's what he wanted me to say. Okay, so is this about revelations of Eisenhower's involvement in the alien conspiracy? And it's a speech from him. So I'm going to read it out as it is. Okay. They know of the perils of living in this world. He's talking about the aliens. I'll start again. He just wanted me to make that clear. They know of the perils of living in this world. The resources run thin and we are overgrown as nations and as a collective world. Changes must be made. That is why I took the action I did and allowed them in. They are to help, not to hinder or destroy. The collaboration must continue if we are to survive as a race, and the dimensions are to be preserved and continue. I did it for all of us. Be not afraid of what will come to pass in the coming months. The snake will rise, but we will tear it down and be victorious. Okay, and as he told me, the aliens are threatened as well, and it's a collaboration to save all. Okay, he's just left. Okay, well, it's just amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. So, okay. So now we'll go into free channeling. Okay. Do you have anything else to say? Right, okay, they said something and then changed it. You cannot be misled about the path of destruction. I speak the truth to you. And then when they say I, they refer to the Galactic Federation. I speak the truth to you. In the coming months, times will be hard. You will wonder why you chose to come, why you choose to believe in what you believe in, but you must stand firm. We will not fail you. We will guide you through your mission. You must speak out. The sun cannot rise if you do not. Bring forth your might and use it well. Write, speak words of wisdom. Shine forth your being. Shine your light. They're showing me a lighthouse. It's red and white, comes out the sea and the light goes round. The army cannot be stopped, but it can be reduced with your words alone. Oh no. So I'm seeing like, they look like red blood cells coming across here. All right, okay. It's because they're in a they're trying to find the English. Okay, start again. Men play with fire. They're playing the song Fire, do 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 in my head. This is medical. Viruses. They play with viruses. They should not. They should not tamper. I'm seeing like one of those balls come down. They did it with the nuclear weapons back in the 60s, I think it was. I can't remember the name of the case. But they shut them down. Well, they're trying to do that now because they're playing with viruses. There's a danger of a virus being let loose. And it's something to do with red blood cells and corpuscles. That's the word they're using. Infection. Reduces the cells to mush. It's almost like flesh eating, like zombies. But it's not what's been heard of before. It hasn't been heard of before. No one knows the name of it. All right, they want me to stop with that. They won't let me give a light language message today. So we'll go into the chat. Okay, so pretty scary stuff, to be honest with you. I don't allow myself to think about it too much. I just get on with it and do it. If I sat and thought about all these messages too strongly, I would probably lose it. I'm at war with them most of the time because they change things so fast, because things are changing. I want to find more background to give you to these things, but I'm told I'm not allowed to do that. They won't let me look at the news, nothing until the message is out. So I don't get it. I have not looked at the news before I get this, so I don't know what's going on. But they want me to stress that this was recorded Monday, it's the 5th of February, 2024. Okay, so and it's after 6. So after 6. So probably on the way to 7 now, I would have thought. But these things are quite scary. I see so many odd things. I've seen people removing things from here. I think they're elementals or whatever. I do work with the elementals. I'm working with totem animals now as well. They show me a lot of animals, a lot about horses coming out of the water, like a wave motion. And one of my cards is like that. These horses, a lot about water, sea battles. It's all to do with what's happening now in the Middle East. But there are things that doctors are playing with. And it's something to do with China, but they're not Chinese people that were doing it. These were Western doctors. So I do not know what is going on here. Very, very odd. That dream, I really thought I was gonna get it. And I know somebody put on one of the comments that they'd had a very strange dream about volcanoes and they thought they were going to get it. And yeah, it's that kind of thing. I really do feel that light workers are being targeted, definitely. I keep getting messages about that. So yeah, what else do I have to tell you? Yeah, there was something under this chair, and it was the other night, and I saw one of the guides who talk about Moses, Metatron, everything. Somebody, Moses, came and they pulled out this box, and there was something odd in it. It wasn't supposed to be there. I saw an odd shadow from the leg. It just made me feel instantly weird, and they just pulled it out. I didn't see what was in it, but there are definitely things to watch out and cleanse yourself. Do your cleansing and watch. Yeah, cleanse your home with sage, whatever it is. Okay, so definitely some odd dreams, very odd dreams. I had a dream the other night. I think I talked about it on the last video about people jumping off walls to their death and all sorts. It was very odd, very strange. There are a lot of souls who are going to be leaving the planet, but the plane being an ark, it's very odd. Carrying souls. I mean, 2035 is going to be a big year then. It's all about these dimensions. It's not just about Earth, it's about all the dimensions as well. Time collapsing in on itself. Somebody is playing with fire. They are trying to control the world from a different time period. I'm telling you the truth on that. They will not falter from that. They keep telling me that, and they move which times they go in, and they're in the 1940s, and it's a lot to do with the atomic bomb. Okay, it's a lot to do with atomic energy. Right, they tell me I've got to stop now. Okay, I hope that has been interesting for you. I'd love to know what you think. If you'd like a personal reading, I'm going to leave them open for a little bit longer if you want that. But please inquire. I'm taking down all the websites, everything. I'm just going to be doing messages on here for the moment. So please send me a message if you would like a personal reading. Okay. And maybe we can set up some other things later, but I have some other things I want to do, and they're not going to stop me from doing them. So, but yeah, personal reads, and these messages are going to come out a lot. Okay, and yeah, let me know if you enjoy the new format as well. Take care of yourselves, and please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Let's get this out. Let's get the algorithm moving it, okay, so we can get this message out to as many people as possible. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time.